and a bar or two here, dynamics changed. Okay. The second one is that people feel, some, that the Ravel isn't Russian enough. I'm never sure what that means, but that's what they say. So for 15 or so years, I put together these compilations with different movements orchestrated by different people, including one that had the Great Gate of Kiev with an organ and a male chorus by an Australian named Douglas Gamely. For these performances, though, and what I've been doing over the past year, is to go back to the Ravel, but try to line it up closer to the piano version. That meant orchestrating out the promenade he left out, but in the manner that Ravel did for his opening, adding the bars that he left out, eliminating some that he added, and readjusting dynamics. I'll precede the performance with a bit of a demonstration of what this is, so that people have a comparative way of listening as it goes on. So if you know the Ravel version well, it will be kind of fun to spot the differences. And if you've never heard Pictures at an Exhibition before, I envy you.
Yes. Should be a lot of fun, as well as the Tchaikovsky Piano Concerto. Okay, so here's my other test. The Piano Concerto by Tchaikovsky with Muza Urubakite?
No.
Okay.
It's Lithuanian.
Could it be...
Lithuanian, so the C is going to sound like an S.
Rubatskite.
Rubatskite.
Rubatskite. Muza Rubatskite.
Yes.
At the piano.
Very good.
Now, Tchaikovsky had some problems with this concerto.
Tchaikovsky had a lot of problems in his life.
Well, we all have our issues.
Yes.
But here,
he wrote two versions of it.
He did.
There is an alternate version that nobody ever plays.
But is it true that he wrote? Here's this concerto, and he's very proud of it. And he shows it to one of the great pianists of all time. I think it was it Anton Rubinstein?
Anton Rubinstein.
And Anton says it's unplayable.
Yes,
basically.
So Anton was wrong. Clearly.
And it's become since.
But we can say that about a lot of pieces. You know. Paganini's works were deemed unplayable other than by the composer. Liszt, same thing. Brahms, same thing. Beethoven, same thing. Ultimately, one of the expansions of the repertoire occurs because the composers go to the limits. They go to the extremes to test the abilities of a given player.
Well, I know you've got a lot on your plate today because you've got a concert tonight, 8 o'clock.
We have to rehearse somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there, yeah. But it's a pretty good band. Opera tonight at Meadowbrook, 8 o'clock. And tomorrow it's a Russian spectacular at 8 o'clock with our guest Leonard Slatkin.
And we might also say that Sunday night there's a wonderful program conducted by my colleague Elizabeth Schultz of Bernstein and Sondheim. If I didn't have to go to London, I would have done that program. I really wanted to do it, but I have to take off.
We could get you a ticket.
Yeah, I know. I guess I heard. Yeah, I know that. I know the conductor.
That's going to be a great concert too. It features the Detroit Concert Choir along with some more singers and some really
we're going to have a nice weekend. And at least in walking over here to the station, looks like our weather might hold out. So keep fingers crossed.
One last question before we let you go, Maestro. Leonard Slatkin, I've done a lot of reading about you and from your own blog and other things, and I sense that one of the things that you enjoy very much about a concert is going out afterwards.
Yes, I do.
And where do you go after Meadowbrook?
It depends. I think tonight and tomorrow there are actually receptions that are being held. So I don't get to really hit a restaurant this time. A lot of times I'll just also go back, and if I'm in a place where I can cook, I'll do that. And it also depends, of course, on what's open. Can't go to a place that's closed.
Well, that's true.
Although some places have stayed open, that's true. And the other thing they begin to learn is when I come in, take the music out. Having just done a couple hours of it, I don't need to hear any more.
Need to rest. Maestro Leonard Slatkin, thank you so much for your time. Information on the concerts tonight and all weekend available at palacenet.com and DetroitSymphony.com. We continue with some more music from Carmen, courtesy of the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. Thank you, Maestro.
Thank you.